Hello and welcome to Everything To Guppy, the Binding of Isaac podcast that covers every aspect of the Binding of Isaac series of video games, from items to trinkets to characters to floors to chapters to lores. My name is Gary Butterfield, and with me as always is a man you shouldn't run with, William Hughes.
Don't run with me.
I won't. Why?
I'm Safety Scissors, Will.
Hey, Safety Scissors, Will.
Yeah, you can
Worried
still
about cutting
do some
yourself,
damage with me.
Yeah, presumably if you fell on you.
I mean, just like if you had, a sleeping doll, you could really do some damage.
You could do some damage.
Gary, we can't. I brought us perilously close back to boy talk.
Nope, no boy talk.
Yep, boy and teen.
Boy talk will reemerge once I see The Boy 2 with Derek Hayes, the fictional boy.
Mm-hmm. Gary,
mm-hmm.
We're not talking about the safety scissors today, which are an actually kind of good item.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Or the pinking shears.
Yeah, which
is a good item.
Yeah, the wiki tells us not to confuse this one with that one. We won't.
We won't, because this is this week is real. Last, if you don't count last item, one of my, it's like
if you remove a third of the items,
if you remove a third, if you round up, then this is week of active items that are amongst my least favorite in the game.
Absolutely, like fiddly bullshit.
This.
And this is
the scissors, baby. I hate it.
Gary, we've been trying to say the item together for the last 400 odd episodes. We finally did it. It's in the show.
Oh,
fuck it.
Oh, yes, he did it.
No, Gary, I'm serious. Let's fucking end this thing.
Oh,
we've driven it off the cliff. Mm-hmm. We're halfway down Thelma and Louise.
Okay.
Let's bail.
Parachute in the trunk.
Oh shit! I forgot that's how Thelma and Louise ends.
And then they land and get married and they kiss.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of Thelma and Louise slash fic.
It feels like a project that was designed for that.
Yeah. It just feels very like Ridley Scott's intent.
Good Gorley.
Thank you. It's a little phoned in.
Maybe a tad, but it felt like I had to comment on it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's not just Gary saying that word weird. I was goring out. The scissors.
Lose your head.
Yeah. This creates the worst familiar in the game every 2 rooms if you remember to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it cuts off your head.
Despite your face?
Despite our economy.
Oh,
despite
Gary, we're getting political.
The Constitution.
This is Bloomberg 2020 week on Everything To Guppy.
Yeah, we're deep in the bowels of the Klubarkarniki. It's time for Bloomberg. So you cut off your nose despite democracy.
Despite your run, really.
Despite your run, yeah. I hope so. I'm not a praying man. I got to step on some rakes.
Mm-hmm. I meant the Isaac run, dude.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I got primary brain, baby.
All right. So this cuts off Isaac's head and leaves it as a crappy turret.
The worst turret.
Yeah.
It doesn't, if it auto-fired on enemies, like the fly turret, okay.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
But still not good. But it just fires in the direction you fire anyway. So when you control Isaac's body that walks around shooting regular tears.
Mm-hmm.
The tears fired by this fucking turret do not scale with anything you do. They're basically, you just create a Brother Bobby that doesn't aim where you are aiming. What situations have to happen for this to be useful?
I mean, the wiki kind of lays it out in noting that in boss rush.
Yeah.
If you drop, every time you kill a wave, you will get a full charge of this.
Yes.
If you drop a bunch of those and you have good tiers anyway, you can create some interesting shit.
Well, your tiers aren't affected. They don't scale.
Oh, okay. You're right. So even then, it's not great.
It's better than nothing. You're still getting 5 of these shitty turrets.
I think if this was on a charge, if this was on a timer,
sure,
like a 6 second, like the next one is, like a 6 second charge, I think you could do some interesting shit with it.
Did you know that when this item first came out, it was on a 6-room charge?
I mean, that's terrible. I do know that when it snows, your eyes get bright.
Oh.
And the light that you shine can't be seen.
You went real wizard voice with that.
What's up? What's wrong?
They went real soulful wizard voice with that.
I mean, I think
the
that's
goblin,
just,
the nasal
that's
goblin.
the Seal brand, man.
Is it though?
He's a soulful wizard.
Is that the Seal brand or is that the Will singing voice brand?
I feel like I sing plenty on this show, and it's rarely with the cadences of Funky Gandalf.
It's not often Funky Gandalf. You are not often that nasal.
Have you ever seen that video of Ian McKellen teaching you how to do the Funky Gandalf?
I have not. Is it a special feature on Return of the King?
Nope, Cats DVD.
Boy, the number of times that you and I will end up watching that together in our life is more than one.
Gary, I cannot wait to see what the special features on that fucker are going to be.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it's going to be, because it's got to take it real seriously.
It does, because Tom Hooper took the whole thing so fucking seriously.
Yeah. Like, just really breathless interviews about how, his dream was realized and whatever. And I just want no acknowledgement of anything.
I had a lull, and then I listened to the Flophouse episode on Cats. And now I've been thinking about Cats nonstop again for like the last 2 weeks.
You do tweet about it every day.
I do, because I'm constantly singing Skimbleshanks to myself.
Skimbleshanks, the rail yard cat.
Railway cat.
Railway cat. Fuck. It's a test.
Skimbleshanks, the plinth cat.
The pedestal cat. Yeah, Skimbleshanks seems good.
He does. He's the most ethically good of the cats.
Yeah. Even though, like, and remembering how he looks in the movie, he does have that weird, like, Guy Ritchie extra energy to him.
Sure, because he's not like a famous person.
No. He's just like this weird little ginger.
Yeah.
Well,
he's like a world famous ballerina or ballet dancer.
Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to respect that for some reason?
I don't know. It's just weird. Like, to indulge fully in Cats talk, it is weird that movie is cast half with just celebrity cameos essentially, and half with people who actually have chops.
Yep.
And there's no overlap between the two except Jennifer Hudson.
Yep. The one person who can do both. And also the people who actually have chops. I think that's like, they do not get those songs until pretty late.
I mean, one of them, like Munkus Trap, has chops, and he doesn't get a fucking name.
Yeah, he doesn't even get named in it. Poor Munkus Trap.
Poor Munkus Trap, the narrator cat.
Yeah.
His whole job is just to stare at Judi Dench all day.
Yep, which, like, sign me up. Yeah.
Careful, Gary. When you stare into the Judi Dench stares right back into the camera.
Yep. A Judi Dench is not a Judi Kench.
Okay. Let's take a minute.
Okay, let's reset. Time to reset.
A Judi Dench is not a Judi Kench.
Kench, which would be Dench, starting with C.
Okay. Okay, so you're doing the dog to cat thing.
Yes, but I flipped it, and it makes exactly as much sense as it does in the movie.
That's fair. That's really fair.
If she had turned to the camera and said, "I'm Judi Dench," and then it just
hello, I'm Dame Judi Dench, and you watched this shit.
And then just went back to the chorus singing around the statue again. I think that would have made just as much sense.
Possibly more.
I want to make comparisons to the other movie that we watched that is not nearly as noteworthy, but we can't yet because it'd be a spoiler.
Yeah, don't want to burn cast.
Yeah, can't burn cast.
If you want to hear me have slightly less moron time, maybe tune into Adaptation Decay sometime soon.
Yeah, we got a special guest. Jeremy Greer.
Jeremy Greer.
You're getting bumped.
Fair. Yeah, this is terrible. It would be worse with the 6-room charge, and it's the biggest disappointment when you think you're going to get pinking shears and you get this instead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't take this out of disgust, and it's impossible to use. So even if I don't have an active item, I'm like, I could do better.
Even if I don't have and it's D6. Still only the second worst decapitate Isaac item.
I think this is worse than that one.
That one makes the game unplayable, dude. You can't shoot anything.
It makes it. Well, are we talking about the one where your head?
Yeah, the guillotine blade.
Guillotine. I think that's a damage up. I think we talked about that yet.
I haven't, Carrie.
Yes, who fucking knows? I feel like maybe we have. I think that is better than this, and that is really bad. But if you have like brimstone or something like that, you can make that work. Just fine. If you have like any kind of spread shot, you can mitigate that aiming problem with that. This has no use cases other than like boss rush. If you want to and you don't just hang out one spot of the screen in boss rush. Like you'd want to, like maybe it makes me want to try this in greed mode.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
What's your name, man? What's your name, man?
Is that a song?
No, that's the name of the segment, dude.
Oh, that's the name of the segment? Okay.
It is a line from the show.
No,
it is
spoilers.
not the name of the song. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's start with another like big meaty song. The Reynolds pamphlet.
Ooh. I'm going to guess that song is about some kind of pamphlet.
I'm going to need a little more from you before you get the point, buddy. I can't round up every answer.
The song articulates the contents of the pamphlet
No,
that was written
We got to get out of 7th grade English class here, buddy. You got to actually have a thesis statement.
It's not fair to ask somebody for a thesis statement if they haven't done the reading. So I'm going to say that the pamphlet was either about someone named Reynolds or written by someone named Reynolds or about a location named Reynolds. How's that?
It still has strong didn't read the book report energy.
Well, that could be because I haven't seen the musical.
Yeah. You know what, Gary? I'll give you the point.
Give me a half point.
Okay, half point.
And round up at the end.
Okay. All right. Now, Gary, because you're struggling, I'm going to give you an easy one because you've heard this song. I know you've heard this song. You've seen me do this song at karaoke, so you know exactly what it is.
Yep.
Wait for it.
Oh, boy.
So, Gary, I know you're kind of like pretending not to know, but you've looked me in the eye as I sang this song and really connected with me on an emotional level while I sang this song. So you definitely know everything about it.
Yes, I am pretending to not pay attention to the lyrics in karaoke. This is about our man Hamilton. He sings that.
Wrong from the start. No dogs allowed.
Well, if you'll let me continue, it's about him talking about waiting to take his shot.
It's not. It's the opposite of that in almost every regard. No points.
All right, let's round that one down.
Okay.
I'll take 4 out of 5 so far. I'll take a B-.
And Farmer refuted.
Ooh, I'm going to have to guess that there was a farmer.
Uh-huh.
We're strongly rebuked. It had nothing though. Here, let me finish.
I want to be very clear. This is the second time you've heard this one, and the song's name is not Farmer Rebuked.
Yeah, but refuted kind of means rebuked.
It does.
That's how I'm making it. And I'm going to say it has nothing to do with Hamilton's heritage.
Good.
And nothing to do
I
with
feel like that's a good steer
Hamilton.
away from the edge.
Yeah, that was my guess last time, but I'm course correcting. You know? I've got tracer rounds. Like I know when I missed, I'm going to try to get hit the next time. So it has nothing to do with that. A farmer does get refuted, pedestal, and it has nothing to do with Hamilton's racial makeup.
Gary, that's the most accurate you've been. So,
thank you. That's pretty good.
Let's see. You got 1.5 points.
Okay.
Round that up.
Got
4 points.
4 points. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Gary,
Feeling pretty good so far with this game.
Yeah.
Killing it. If anyone wants to challenge me on this, I'm going to start entering myself into underground fight clubs for this specific thing.
You might have to do a lot of the setup there on your own.
Yeah. Just like in my one room apartment.
All right. You're doing an underground fight club. I'm on board.
Yeah.
So
I should have called it a fight club. I'm sorry.
We doing karate? We doing MMA? What are we doing here, bro?
It's really more of, listen, do you like musicals?
I love musicals.
Okay.
I'm a big Beetlejuice guy.
Oh, Beetlejuice the musical. It's coming soon, my understanding.
I mean, it's been out for years.
Oh, what, years?
Yes.
You're going to win. I give up. I concede.
All right. I'll put it on my belt.
Okay. Patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.
It's good.
It's really good. And you can also leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts.
Beetlejuice the musical opened in 2018.
Oh, okay. The weird content for a review, but I'll take it.
No, Gary. Gary, you're funning me.
Yeah, I know. I enjoy funning.
All right. We've got a pretty sincere one here today from guy who actually rides bikes. 5 stars. Thank you.
Thank you.
Google Dark Souls podcast in 2015. 5 years later, and here we are. Listen sometimes with my wife in the car. She doesn't really know what the show is, but she laughs sometimes. Great show if you're in the target audience. 5 out of 5.
Thank you.
Actually, sweet.
Very sweet.
I appreciate
Appreciate.
Appreciado.
And until next time. Oh,
Au
he did.
contraire, mon frère. We both had to remember what those were for a second, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Barely got it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, you ready to talk about a real horse apple?
Ooh, boy. Serious horse apple.